Hello, good morning, and let me share with you those who don't know how trading view works. I made an earlier video, but that video wasn't the sound wasn't good enough, so I'm doing it again. So let's say you are in your Google, or you're in your Chrome, okay, your web browser, and you simply type in trading view. Okay, so you can actually search for it, trading view. Okay, and then you are going to the site. Okay, but what is trading view? We need to understand that there are people who go into trade. Okay, there are people who are traders. They trade forex. They trade stocks, and that's how the world works. Okay, exchanges. All right, trading. That's how people make money. All right, but we need to find a way to track all these stocks. Trading, there's international trading. Okay, we live in a global world, and so what happens in your country is actually influencing another person's economy. So the US economy does affect other economies. If they're doing well, you're going to do worse off. This is my personal belief. And so this brings into bear what we call the currency pairs. Okay, so there are stocks that trade for, we can trade anything for the dollar, for example. So the US dollar can be traded for another currency. So the Naira, the Ghana Cedi, the United Kingdom, the Great British Pound, okay, etc. So we need to find a way to track forex exchange. Okay, so that's where trading view becomes a very useful tool. Okay, when you go there, then we can see how the dollar is faring against, say, the Bitcoin, for example. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Okay, so now to go there and see how much how many dollars I need to buy, say, a Bitcoin. Okay, let's make that our objective. Okay, and we can decide whether it's doing well, whether the Bitcoin is doing well against the dollar or not. Okay, so go to trading view, and when you get there, because I already created an account, then it picks it. You see I have an account, so you see that there is a simple interface. It's a website. You you see a lot of stocks being displayed in real time. We get to know the value. Okay, so so many things on the right hand panel. Okay, on the right hand panel we see all that happening, and yet our objective is to see, a chart. It would be good to have a graphical view. Okay, how these values are changing. Okay, all right. So ignore everything on the right hand side, but they are all stocks and they are all kind of changing with time. XPX, NDQ, DJI, these are all stocks. Okay, the DXY, for example, correlates with the US dollar. For example, there's Tesla. We all know Tesla is an organization. Okay, so that's stocks. Okay, all right, and their value, stock value, but everything has to be related to the dollar. It's kind of a very interesting thing to see. You cannot talk about value that I cannot relate to. Okay, you cannot say the value of gold. The value of gold has to be pegged against the dollar. All right. And later I'll make a video on CFTC, which is actually commitment of traders. Okay, report that also a rule, a certain law that forces all these organizations to declare. Are you okay? The security exchanges and all that to declare. Are you okay? Uh, how the stocks are supposed to be, how they are going to invest. Are you okay? These institutions, and how do you invest? Okay, so I was mixing it up. Institutions, not the security exchange. So the security exchanges are also there, making sure that the rules are being applied. Okay, so now let's go to the products menu. That's where you see the super charts. So in the super chart, we'll see a chart where we can now find out how is the euro faring against the US dollar, how is the US dollar faring against gold, etc. So I'll show you an example. Let's start with how is gold, okay, all right, faring against the US dollar. But so let's assume that there's nothing on the screen, okay. but you're definitely going to see something because I'm already logged in. You are going to definitely see something. So gold is represented as XAU USD. So gold versus USD. Okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, the graph. Call it the graph. My sister always calls it the graph. But this video is also made motivated by her. Okay, sponsored by Dr. Alice here. Anyway, so here you go. You have the US dollar and gold. How are they related? Look at the numbers on the right on this panel. So I'm just varying it like that. Okay. So I already explained that you can actually change the scale of this graph, this chart. Okay. Call it a chart, not a graph. Okay. All right. Now, so we have 2007. The current value for gold to US dollar is 2,645. So you need to get a single unit of gold. Okay, so what is that unit? Of course, it's another thing that we all have to consider. Okay, right. But we need to explain the ratio of gold and USD. So actually, it's a ratio. All right. So the ratio of let me just put in some text here. We have gold. It's literally gold divided by the US dollar. So let's put a division sign here. USD. This is what you see as XAU USD. Okay. So if gold does well, then its value go up. Then you have the value of gold over USD going up. Okay. So if more or less divide, etc. So if you have the US dollar not doing well, then this pair, this ratio goes down or goes up. If it so it's kind of like an inverse relationship. Okay. All right. And so basically we can have different pairs. You can have BTC USD, that would be Bitcoin USD. You can have Ethereum USD, USD. So you can have different. All you need to do is to click up here, top left corner, and then type the currency pair of interest. So Ethereum is a cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's try that. And mouse isn't working very well. So ETH USD, you can see clearly it pops up right there. Then you need to, there's a provider always, there's Coinbase, there's Bitstamp and all that. You always have to be aware of that this data is being provided by someone, right? And so there you go. Ethereum is doing very well. Of course, this is following the announcement, of course, that Donald Trump had won the election. And you can see that the data also provided at the bottom. Look carefully when we have this, right? This bullish move. Bullish means increasing. Okay, and then bearish means decreasing. Think about it that way for the beginner. But clearly, this is 24th November. Okay, so let me just Google when did Donald Trump win the election? When did Donald Trump win the election 2024? Okay, all right, presidential elections. I just wanted a date and this. Okay, one U.S. election, 2020, U.S. election 2024 date. Date for U.S. election 24. Okay. Okay, that was the 5th November. So something was happening, you know, right from when he won. You could see there's a slope, an interesting slope forming. So 5th November is somewhere down here. Okay, so let me just use, so there are tools on the left hand side that can be used. You can have vertical lines, horizontal line. Please yourself. Okay, choose any of them. But look at when immediately he wins the election, look at what happens. From that blue line, which I can also change the color and make it something else. I can make it yellow. Okay, I can also change the thickness of the line and etc. Just to visualize, are you okay, and get to know what is really happening. Look at what happened with Ethereum. Okay, we can also search for XRP, which is the new cryptocurrency which allows for inter cross border trade. Okay, so I'm trying to, you know, really remember exactly what it's for, but that is the story with the XRP as well. That since that 5th November, we've had a surge, we've had a rally. Okay, we had a rally. So there are terminologies to all this, but you have to just learn them and then use them, or otherwise you wouldn't even know when you are being told that something's about to happen. So the rally. So a rally means an increase in price. Okay, okay, but it's significant, a significant increase in price over time. All right, so we go up. Okay, we go up. So this is the good thing with trading view, that it allows us to see the trend, to visualize the trend. All right, even though they give some clues, so we are going upwards. I just used an arrow to do that. Great. Even though they also provide a prediction of what other users who are registered with them are doing. Now, most users are buying from the bottom right corner, but you can't count on this. Later, you realize that the more knowledge you know about these things, the better. For example, back in the chart, you realize that when XRP went up, anytime you have an upward movement of price, there is a need for the price to also do what we call the drawdown, to drop a little bit, then go back up. Also, it's also known as the liquidity grab, which means that the price, there's a lack of money in the system because we are buying the thing. Okay, so we need we need more money to buy. Okay, you need more dollars to buy that thing, and so the whole currency has to kind of fall in value a little bit and then continue on this rally. But what makes it go up is based on news, fundamentals, economics, what someone is saying, what someone did. So there's a risk to all this that we have to know, of course. So I can make another video on that, on all this stock trading, forex trading. Okay, right. But then trading view allows traders to see a pictorial view of how price is moving, or what we call price action. There is more to it. As an investor, you can take a risk, decide, okay, I'm investing in this. I'm hoping the price will go all the way up to, in fact, for now, people are predicting that the price of the XRP, which is for Ripple owns XRP, okay, is going to go all the way up to $10. Okay, so it's going to increase up to $10. Okay, so what do we mean by it's going to increase up to $10? Okay, it means that price is going to move all the way up into this zone. Okay, and so if the price currently is 2, then it means you're almost 10 times profit. Are you going to profit? If you invested right now, you're going to have 10 times the amount of money that you had. So if you invested $100, you have $1,000. But remember that it's not going to go up forever. As the charts from other pairs will tell you, Bitcoin, we all know Bitcoin, BTC. All right, so Bitcoin, it didn't just get up. Okay, there people have actually lost a lot of money, but that's not talked about at all. When you look at the history, you can see that it dips. Price can also dip. So there's no guarantee that price is always going to go up. You have to sometimes wait for days, for months. So here, this is June, July, August, September, nothing is happening. Okay, so you sometimes just have to sit down and wait and then check in 6 months time. If you want to get rich quick, that doesn't happen. Okay, so this will be it. Let me have questions. Let me know what videos you want me to make for you. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do. Thank you very much for this, and enjoy your day.